Greeting to all in Pedagogy of English. Today we will discuss about structural approach. During the Second World War, the American government needed personnel who had fluency in English and other languages like German and French. So special language training programs were set up and maximum possible number of American universities were involved in this program. Linguistics and applied linguists worked on the teaching of English as a foreign language under the leadership of Charles Fries, a structural linguist. The outcome was the experiments in the structural approach in the mid 50s. The structural approach builds the syllabus on structures and grammatical items because for structuralists, grammar or the structure is the starting point in teaching a language. A systematic attention is expected to be paid to pronunciation and drilling. The language is taught by intensive oral drills of the basic pattern. Thus, the structural approach aims at the presentation and practice of carefully selected and graded grammatical structures in effective, meaningful situations. Language is viewed as a system of structurally related elements like syllabus, words, structures for the purpose of encoding of the meaning of sentences. Next, we will discuss about what are the features of structural approach. The main features or characteristics of this approach are: first one, language learning begins with the spoken form. Therefore, material is taught orally before it is presented in the written forms. Next, second one, new language systems or stems are introduced and practiced situationally. Means that whatever new language items will be there, so those items will be introduced and practiced in a situational manner. Next one, items of grammar and vocabulary are graded based on the certain principles. Whatever a vocabulary, whatever grammar items we are going to teach in the classroom, those areas are going to be graded based on the certain principles. And next one, mastery of the structures is best acquired by repetition of the various components of the system in different forms. In developing language skills, what is going to play an important role? Mastery of the structures is going to play an important role. So in this structural approach, the main concentration is on mastery of the structures, which is going to be acquired by the repetition of the various components of the system in different forms. As the structures and vocabulary are presented through situations both natural and also controlled, it is also called the structural situational method. For some linguists, it is also called as SOS approach, means that structural oral situational approach, because structures are orally presented first and then reinforced in similar situation and then consolidated in reading and writing. So these all are the features or characteristics of the this approach. Next, we will discuss structural approach, its dominance in India. The structural approach was first introduced in Madras state and later it became popular all over the country. The seminar organized at Srinagar by Central Institute of English, Hyderabad, gave a common platform for all the teachers and educationists to discuss the issue related to English language, syllabus, textbooks, and evaluation procedures. There was a favorable reception for the structural syllabus from teachers all over India. The assessment and experience in India has revealed that if the teacher is trained appropriately and if certain changes for improvement to suit the local needs are made in the existing syllabus, a structural syllabus can be an effective tool for teaching English. However, adapting the structural syllabus to the local needs does not mean changing it beyond recognition. Some teachers make mistakes in a lexical items for structures. For example, but and and are hardly a problems of structures and they are lexical items. So therefore, proper guidance is essential. Perhaps a teacher's kit will be there. A teacher's kit is not nothing but just like a KCR kit. So in teacher's kit, what will be there? Teacher's handbook will be there, flashcards will be there, wall pictures will be there, charts will be there. Supplementary readers would help the teachers, especially those in rural area. In a rural area, for every teacher, for teaching English language, what is going to play an important role? A teacher kit is going to play an important role, because which is going to comprise all necessary material which are useful to teach English effectively in the classroom. The structural syllabus can be very useful in India if such changes are brought about to suit the needs of our students. So this is the dominance of structural approach in India. Next to advantages of the structural approach. Here are a few advantages of structural approach are: the language is presented systematically, as the structures and vocabulary are selected and graded according to the level of the learning. So whatever structures are there, whatever vocabulary items are there, those are going to be selected and graded according to the level of the learning. Next, second advantage is difficult areas of the language are identified and dealt with accordingly. So whatever difficult areas of the language learning are there, those areas are going to be identified and dealt effectively when you are going to use structural approach inside the classroom. And next one, the oral presentation and practice of the structures and vocabulary enable the learners to gain a mastery. So what is there? Oral presentation will be there, and practice of the structures will be there, and developing vocabulary power will be there. So these all areas helps the learners to gain mastery in language. Next one, the initial drilling minimize the mistakes of the students. In structural approach, what will be there? Drilling practice will be there. So when you have a drilling practice, what will be there? Whatever mistakes you are going to do, so those mistakes are going to be minimized, because you are going to get practice again and again. And next one, since right habits of the language are formed, the students retain the expressions of the language. So here, when as a teacher, if you are going to use a structural approach inside the classroom, students are going to get right habits, students are going to form right habits. Because of that reason, whatever expressions of the languages are there, so those expressions students are going to acquire in easy manner. So these all are the advantages of the structural approach. Next to limitations of the structural approach, demerits of the structural approach. We know that the structural approach did not succeed in meeting all the expectations of the educationist. Why? Here some of the reasons are. What are those? In that, teachers need a lot of guidance to teach structures. it is difficult for an average teacher to cope with the teaching. In structural approach, what will be there? Teaching of structures, and teaching of structures is completely difficult for the teachers, means that teachers need a lot of guidance, but for an average teacher it is difficult to teach structures effectively in the classroom by using structural approach. Next, second one, there is a greater emphasis on oral language than the written form. In structural approach, so emphasis on oral language than the written form. So less importance for written form and more importance for oral language. So that's why students are not going to get training in a written form, and they are going to get oral practice when you are going to use structural approach in the classroom. Next, situational learning of vocabulary results in a very slow rate of vocabulary building. In structural approach, of course, students are going to develop their vocabulary power by using situations. But the point is, for the purpose of developing vocabulary power among students, when you are going to apply a structural approach, it is impossible for the teacher to create situation for each and every word. So that's why there is a possibility of slow rate of vocabulary building. And last one, as the material concentrates on only a few structures, learning become dull and uninteresting. Means that this approach is going to concentrate only on few structures. So that's why when students are going to involve in learning of the language, learning becomes dull and uninteresting. So these all are the limitations or merits of the structural approach. So this is the end of the structural approach. Thank you.